Hey, I'm going to do my own version of chicken saltimbocca, which is a classic Italian dish. And what I've done is I've taken chicken breast and I marinated it. And I'm going to take it out of the bag. I already pounded it out and everything. And what you want to do is you want to take prosciutto ham, and you can buy that at any store, and it needs to be thinly sliced. It's a delicious ham. You're going to need sage leaves, fresh sage leaves. You're going to need a seasoned flour, use all-purpose. And as you can see, I've got garlic and shallots. I've got lemon juice. And like I say, I'm doing my own version of it, and you'll see why. It's so cool. And what you do is you take your prosciutto ham and take your time. Could you move in here just a little bit? Let me show you. Set your chicken breast down, and you tuck. And it might take 2 or 3 pieces. But you take your prosciutto ham, take your time so you don't tear it, like that. And this is such a big one, it's going to take 3 pieces. And just be real careful with it so it doesn't tear, like that. Well, isn't that beautiful? And then what you want to do is make sure that your pan is hot, which I've already got it warmed up. And as most of you know, I love extra virgin olive oil. I always have, I always will. It's very heart healthy. And for this dish, I use a blend. A couple of tablespoons. And I'm going to finish it with a little butter. And I use unsalted. And turn it up because you want to sear it. Tonight I'm going to serve my chicken saltimbocca with a fresh spring mix salad, and oh my god, I've got cucumbers and radishes and shaved red onions, little cherry tomatoes, you name it, I've got it. But let's come over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my prosciutto wrapped chicken breast, and this is your show side. Just remember that. You just want to lightly dust it. You're not breading, you're just dusting like that. And this is your show side you put down first, like that. And of course you can go ahead and get another one going. I've already got one in the oven baking. And you can get another one going. This prosciutto ham is so delicious. And this isn't that hard. You just take your, and some people use toothpicks or whatever on the back side and then remove it. But once you get that seared, it's going to be good. Excuse me, let me wash my hands. I've already got one in the oven. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. But isn't that delicious? I'm going to turn that up. Now what I do for my sauce, and you can put the sage, I have fresh sage, you can put that under the prosciutto ham if you want. Tonight I'm going to actually build a sauce with the fresh sage and shallots, minced shallots, garlic. I'm going to use a little lemon. I'm going to use white wine. I'm going to use chicken broth. So as that's going, I'm going to go ahead and come over here. And let's turn this one on. Let's go ahead and turn this one on. Full blast. And get another pan going. And it's going to be this pan. You can see, I've already got one going. Isn't that beautiful? And it is done. I can tell by feeling it. And be careful. You can put the whole pan in there as long as it's oven safe, but be careful. But the way you check it is you take your thermometer and you want it to be at least 160 degrees. 165 is very safe. And let's see what we got here. We got 145, 146. And that's the internal temperature. And you want to make sure. And there is residual cooking, so in the meantime, I think we're going to get there. Maybe not. Let me go ahead and put it back in for a minute, and I can build my dressing and my salad in the meantime. So we take that and put it back in the oven. Come here. Come here, girl. My cat's like, what are you doing? All right, here's what we want to do. We're going to make a dressing for our salad. And what I'm doing is a honey Dijon. It's like a honey mustard, but it's, you know, nothing like you buy in a jar. I'm using a little bit of olive oil and mayo. That's just to help emulsify in equal amounts of Dijon mustard. And this is made with a Chardonnay and raw and unfiltered honey. Oh God, it's going to be so good. And whisk that together. Now, once you got that all mixed together, you might want to take you a little bit of cracked black pepper, lemon juice, like so. And see what we got here. And then you grab your olive oil. And you're going to start drizzling your olive oil in. I don't want to make all that noise. And it's kind of like a lemon pepper in a way. Lemon pepper, lemon honey mustard. Instead of all that mayonnaise, look at what you have. You have an emulsification. Let me taste it. You can add pepper if you would like. Cracked black pepper. That's absolutely delicious. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to add a little bit more pepper. Because I just love pepper. And you know your dressing's ready to go. Let's go back over here. We're looking at our prosciutto wrapped chicken breast. And be careful and kind of tilt the pan, putting all the oil down at the end, and flip it. And see what you have. Same here. Like that. Now you can go ahead and maybe splash a little bit of white wine in that one. You can pour off some of the oil if you need to. So splash a little white wine in that one, maybe a little chicken stock. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the old switcheroo. We're going to put this one in the oven, and we're going to pull the other one out. Let me make sure I've got a good towel here. Keeping everything in place is so important. And here we go. We'll take that one out. And we know it's at 160, 165 at this point. We're confident of that. We've got our salad mix here. Let's go ahead and put some on the plate. And I use a platter because I like the Big Daddy size. I'm going to put some tomatoes on there. I'm going to put some carrots on there. Some radishes. Let's make it pretty. Let's put red and white and orange. Let's put some baby cucumbers on there. Why not? Let's take some red or purple onions. Let's do that number. And see what you got. You got something beautiful there. Now you have your chicken. And we know it's done. Because you already temped it. Let's go ahead and take it. And be careful. It is hot. Your pan's hot. And put it right there. Now you want to build your sauce. Alright. And I'm going to take a little bit of flour. And why? Because flour is a thickening agent. You got your ham here. Let's go ahead and put your white wine to deglaze the pan. Go ahead and put some of your chicken broth in there. Oh, look at that. Let's put some fresh sage in there. What would a Saltimbocca be without fresh sage? And under the prosciutto ham here, I already have the julienne or the chiffonade cut fresh sage. I'll go ahead and turn that off for the moment. Then you just let that reduce. Go ahead and crank it up all the way. Maybe some parsley. Why not? Let's put some lemon juice. Sound good? A little bit of salt. You don't need a whole lot of sodium because keep in mind your prosciutto ham is very salty, but it's delicious. I like to put shallots in there. I like to put some garlic in there. And you want to put them in later because you will burn them if you don't. And they're going to cook anyway. And you let that reduce. And letting that reduce. Make sure everything's in there. What we want to end up with is a beautiful sauce, a thick sauce. Not too thick. You don't want it too thick. But I'll add a little bit of butter at the end. Like that. Isn't that beautiful? A little cracked black pepper. And grab the cracked black pepper. And that's going to hold together because you do have the flour, the roux, basically. And you got your pepper. Let me see what we got going on here. A little taste. Let me turn it down now. Look at that. I might like it. That's delicious. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit more butter. A little bit more butter. Let's do that. Now, after you whisk it in, you've got your prosciutto wrapped chicken there, and pour it over top. And you got your honey Dijon, emulsification, your vinaigrette. Give it another whisk, and pour it on top. And if you want to get real fancy and show off for somebody, take you a sage. Little cluster of leaves and put it right there for elevation. And that, my friends, is my twist on chicken saltimbocca with a beautiful salad.